Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing well. So, all right, this is going to be a little bit of a different haul. I got one thing that I usually don't get, which I think I'm going to save that for the very end, actually. Also, it is starting to really feel like fall outside. I say really feel like fall, but actually what I mean is it's starting to feel like fall, which is very nice. I'm kind of hoping that we don't get like a big heat wave again. I won't go on about this too much, but I know that like a lot of times it'll start to get cooler, then it'll get warmer, but we've kind of gotten out of a pretty big heat wave, and it seems like things are kind of still summer. Like you can still go out in shorts and t-shirts and be fine, but I actually have worn jackets like a couple nights, and I've seen like people kind of going out in jackets and stuff, so it's kind of getting to that point where it's starting to get a little bit chilly, which is actually very refreshing. So I got some things that are kind of fall related. All right, so I got some good stuff today. I think I'm gonna start out with a bang, and the very last thing I'm gonna do is a bang, but then there's like some pretty good stuff in between. So before I get started, I want to show you, I did film a little bit of a vlog prior to filming this video. I don't know if I will post it or not, but if I did, if I do post that, I may have shown you guys this already. So this is what I used today. This is my Coach belt bag that all right, so my phone just ran out of storage, so I just went and deleted a bunch of things. So I think where I left off is I was showing you, this is my belt bag that I used today, and I got this from Poshmark. I got it secondhand, but it was secondhand new, like it was in new condition, new with tags and whatnot. So anyway, I got it from a really good seller on Poshmark. So yeah, just want to show that I used that today and I like it. I think this is the only, I have a lot of the horse and carriage, but I think this is the only kind of black on, dark black one that I have. So anyway, good item. I like this. Wanted to show that. I still have my stuff in it right now. So all right, moving on. So all right, I think what I was saying earlier is I'm going to start off with a bang and I'm going to end with a bang. The first thing I got is this is one of the things I'm most excited about. It's not expensive either. The last thing I'm going to show was an investment. The last thing I'm going to show is a little bit of investment, but the first thing I am going to show is one of the things that I'm most excited about, but I paid $27 for it. I'm going to say $28 because there's like change. So I went to Nordstrom Rack and I was kind of looking to see if they had any All Saints t-shirts, because lately I've been able to find some All Saints stuff at my Nordstrom Rack, and I just thought, you know what, if there's any like cool All Saints t-shirts or whatnot, I think I might want to see if they have any. So I didn't see any clothes. I did see a pair of shoes that I did kind of like, but I kind of feel like I like those shoes, but right now I have more shoes than what I really am able to wear. And I thought if I was ever in a mood to wear the new shoes that I was going to buy, there were a couple other contenders that they weren't exactly the same, but I'm like, if I feel like wearing those, I have like others that are a similar feeling, so anyway. But I saw this and I went through a whole thought process in that little vlog that I filmed, which I may or may not, I don't even know if I'll show that, but I saw this. So this right here, I thought this was very neat. I went on about it in my vlog, but I kind of thought, I saw it and I really liked it. I like this material, and I kind of, in the vlog, again, that I may or may not film, I've said that like 5 times, I was saying, okay, I don't really know that I'm going to see myself wearing this out, you know what I mean, as like an everyday carry bag like I do with my backpacks, or I did with like this guy right here. But the more I look at it and the more I think, there are people who will wear even like shopping totes. Like people will wear that as their bag, with like their wallet and whatever they need to carry for the day. So who knows, but this right here, I just thought it was nice. I like so many things about it. I like that the zip fully closes. I have a lot of things with zips that they have zips, but they don't fully close, like they're the extended zips, which I like those items, but I kind of tend to like a zip that closes fully. The lining is the same polyester lining, and I actually really like the way that polyester feels. I know that there's a big thing now towards cotton, like people going back to cotton and natural fabrics, which I'm all about that too. Like I support that, and when I've been buying clothes, I have been actually mindful of that. Like I've been kind of like leaning towards, okay, if this is all polyester, all plastic, I don't even know if I need to do air quotes or not, okay, maybe I'll see if they have something with cotton. So I do get that, but at the same time, I like the way that polyester feels, and I like the way this feels. It feels like a sleeping bag, which is some of my favorite materials. So I thought I could use it to store. I could put it by my bags and maybe use it to store some of my small leather goods that I'm rotating through, but that I'm not currently using. It folds up really compact if you want to travel with it, but I liked this a lot. I was thinking, I don't know if I would carry it over my shoulder like that. I'm like, could I do that? Maybe. I don't know, maybe. I do like it. I mean, I kind of feel like it's big, and so usually the thing with big bags is they can be pretty heavy, but this is very lightweight on its own. So if it's heavy, it's going to be because of what I put in it or what I don't put in it. So if I don't weigh it down with putting a lot in it, then it'll be pretty light. So I like it. I really liked it. I went on so much about it in the vlog that I almost feel redundant talking more about it now, but I want to say a little bit about it because I don't know that I'll even upload that vlog. That happens a lot when you do YouTube, or I don't know if it happens a lot for everyone, but it happens with me. I film a lot more than I actually upload. But what I thought would be cool is this was my Coach pouch that I got in one of my last videos that I did. It had a sticker on the front, and I did take that off, and so I thought, you know what, maybe if I still wanted a little Coach horse and carriage vibe, here, hang that. I don't want to take the tag off just yet. Like, I'm not going to return it, but I just want to like keep it fresh, But if I kind of wanted a Coach, little coated canvas kind of vibe, maybe I could hang that from it. So anyway, all right, so this item right here, very, very cool. I may look at some other stuff from this brand too. I may be looking at more at this brand as time goes on. So all right, so that's one of my favorite things that I got. And the last thing that I got is everything's my favorite. I got some good stuff in between. I don't want to take away from the in-between stuff, but the last thing I got is really, for me, it was it's a little bit of an investment piece. And I don't know that the last thing that I'll show before I show, or after I show all this other stuff, I don't know that I've ever spent this much. It's not like astronomical, but I don't know that I've ever spent this much on this type of item. I spent it on other types of items, but I don't know if I would spend it, if I have ever spent it on this type of item, but it had been something that I had been thinking about for a while, and I took the plunge today. So all right, so moving on, I went to Ross and I went to TJ Maxx. Let me show you what I got from TJ Maxx. So let's see, you guys know, okay, this is another one of those things that I don't know if I will, I don't see myself like using this on the outside of a bag, but I just kind of had to get it. So you guys know that Coach has their carrot bag charm. It's like a plushy, fluffy carrot. Well, TJ Maxx, and I've seen this before. I've actually seen this before, the Coach one. TJ Maxx, I'm trying to get this like lint off this guy. Like, come on. Maybe that's like on the in. Okay, that might be like a thread from the inside. So I'll have to deal with that later. But yeah, so they had 2 of them left. I might give one to my sister. Like, I don't even know if she would want it or not, but I just thought, okay, with the Coach one, and everyone's talking about how the new Coach charms are very expensive. They're like $195, $300 or something like that. I thought, okay, so TJ Maxx does have these if you guys can find them. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't like totally sold out. The girl at the checkout, she's like, those are so cute, and I'm like, they're like the Coach ones, right? I'm like, or like, the Coach ones, and she was familiar with the Coach ones. So yeah, I think people are like familiar with that, so I'm like almost surprised that they haven't like sold out more. They had some other ones that I was like, okay, I kind of want to get one of each, but I just got 2 of the carrots. So, all right, another thing I got. This is something I got to use. I got it to use for a slightly different reason, or a different reason other than what it is, which I'll show you. So, this is an eyeglasses case. Okay, I don't wear eyeglasses. I wear sunglasses, but I feel like this is more for if you have readers or something. And it's like a double zip here. I'm just gonna take this off actually. I'm just gonna take this off because that's gonna be a little easier to show. Let me take these things out. I'm gonna show you, I'll show you right now actually what I intend to use this for. I thought this would kind of be perfect for this item, so I don't wear, you know, I don't have like glasses aside from sunglasses, but what I got this for is when I travel with some of my bag charms, some of them are metal, and like if I'm on the plane or something like that, I wouldn't pack my bag charms in checked luggage. Like I would carry them on, you know, I would carry them on and they would be in my actual carry in my bag that goes under my seat, like my personal carry. So anyway, I have the keys off of it, the keychain part of it off right now, but like my Chloe, you know, I use this a lot. You know, this is part of my daily life or whatever, but my Chloe horse charm, I have seen a few of these on a few bags where the tail gets broken off or maybe like the leg gets broken off. So I mean, it feels sturdy. It may be hollow on the inside. It doesn't feel thin, but it may be hollow. But anyway, I have seen one where like parts of it do get damaged, so I am kind of mindful of that. Like, okay, not that I feel like it's fragile, but I don't want to just bang it around. So I thought if I am traveling, you know, I could keep that in there. And that does, like, you still want to be careful with it, but it does give a little extra padding. I could always put like a handkerchief on either side. A lot of times when I do travel with this and I do put it in something with padding, I will take this off just because that kind of lays a little bit flatter. And so, like, I'll show you what I mean here. Because see, like, if I'm trying to lay it flat like this, you could do that, but like if this gets pushed too much, then it could, like, I don't want it to, you see what I mean? I don't know if you see what I mean. I don't want it to like cause tension against this. So I try to just like lay it in as easy of a way as I can. So I would kind of maybe put some handkerchiefs in there and then kind of like lay that in there. And then also my mulberry one, you know, so I could put the mulberry one, which actually, yeah, I could like, you know, kind of layer. I probably would put some handkerchiefs in there if I did have these two in the same case, and I would probably try to kind of put them at opposite ends, but just something where if I do want to keep my keychains, you know, if I do want to travel with them and I just kind of want to make sure that they are padded, you know, I thought this would be good. They had this case in, it's kind of a velvet type material. They had it in black and navy, and I like the green. I thought the green was like very kind of rich looking. So here, I'm gonna take these out of here now. But yeah, I just thought that would be a good, because I do use stuff like this when I travel for bag charms and whatnot. All right, so there's that, and then, all right. And I haven't always been getting candles at TJ Maxx and Marshalls because I have a lot of wax melts, and I'm kind of trying. I don't always use my wax warmer, but I may use it tonight actually. But I kind of feel like, all right, let me use what I have. I do like to shop, obviously, but I do also sometimes I'm like, okay, let me use what I have so I don't buy too many of the same thing with certain things. But this just looked so rich. Like it just looked. Something about it, this brand, it just looked so like high end. 96 is the brand, okay, and this is number 4, red ruby cherries, exotic saffron with leather and warm tonka. That's like my kind of fragrance. That's, you guys know I love Cherry Punk by Room 1015 as my like favorite cologne. I take that with me wherever I go in my little travel size atomizer, which I have actually in this bag right here. I have the dupe version of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I'm into that. So like dark cherry, leather, like cherry coke. That's my kind of. Anyway, so I almost like just want to display it. I just think it looks nice. I just feel like it looks nice. They had some other versions of it, but I have been shopping a lot, so I'm like, okay, let me pace myself a little bit. But for some reason, this one was on clearance for $8, which it's $9.99, so that's not like really that big of a markdown. But they had another one in the same fragrance that was a normal price, and they had other ones that were normal price. So I'm kind of like, why? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't think that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm like, why is this one marked down? But I kind of took that as a sign, like, okay, just get this one, and I don't know. It smells nice. It smells, you know, very, very cherry, like dark cherry and a little bit of leather. So I just think that looks cool. That just, it looked very nice. So I've been into red and gold lately. I tried on, I might be giving it away, but all right. The thing that I bought isn't red and gold. It may be gold, but gold color at least. All right, let me show you what I got from Ross, or like the investment thing. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me show you what I got from Ross. I don't know if I should show this part first, this one first, but okay. This jacket, this is genuinely such the vibe. This is such the vibe. I'm gonna try it on a little bit just to give you guys an idea. So I'll show you what it is. This is it's members only, which I feel like I see this brand a lot, but I don't know. I feel like it seems exclusive. I don't know if that's because it's called members only, but all right, a few different elements that I like about this. It feels so nice. It just has such a good, like, I need to clip my nails, but it has such a good, like, I think the tag may have even said it. Mountain gray is the color, and it is, I saw something. I thought I saw something where it talked about this as like a velvet or velour. It's not like velour or velvet or anything, but it almost has a similar thing to that. So I got this in size small, okay? And I'm kind of a tall guy. I'm like maybe your average. For a guy, I'm actually probably like average. Like I would say tall to average or average, but on the taller side. I'm like 5'10" and a half. I am a little bit taller than 5'10". If I'm barefoot, I don't know that I quite reach 5'11". I'm like, anyway, 5'10" and a half. So, and this is in a size small. So let me see if I can try it on a little bit. It's almost hard. See if I do, bro, I'm knocking things over, see? All right. It almost is a little bit of a cropped fit. Like it's not like a belly shirt, you know, or anything like that, but it does feel a little bit cropped, which I kind of like. And this is the thing, I was watching this video and they were talking about how men's clothing was different, like back in the 1900s or whatever, you know, early 1900s, 50s or whatnot, versus how it is now. They were saying that like the shirts that men wore, like they wore their pants so high up, and their shirts now would look like crop tops because our pants are a lot lower, which I do like low cut pants. I just feel more comfortable in that. I mean, I grew up like early 2000s. Like I graduated high school in 2006, so like early 2000s were kind of like my teenage years or whatnot. So that's when like very low rise jeans and whatnot, you know, was very in. So that's kind of like where a lot of my comfort zone is. But this does kind of come higher up a little bit. It's kind of bulky with these pockets, which initially I was like, okay, I'm not sure. All right, it's hard to like show this exactly, but it just felt good. The thing I have to be careful about is the sleeves, because I'm like, okay, I don't like it when the sleeves are too short. These almost kind of do break that rule a little bit, but I just feel like, okay, here, I don't know. I'm wearing shorts, but see how it's like, it's like kind of cropped, you know? It's kind of like, my belly button's like right here. I don't know, maybe that's not cropped, but for me it feels like a little bit shorter. I don't know, I just like the way I feel when I wear it. I like the way I feel when I wear it. The color, again, the color is called Mountain Gray, which I didn't know that until just now, but I feel like that's the perfect description. It's a little bit of like a deep moss, almost like hunter green, but it is kind of grayed out. So I just thought, you know what, I just liked everything about it. It feels nice, it feels kind of cropped, but it feels warm, but it's like not too warm where, you know, I could wear it like this time of year if I wanted to wear a jacket, but not have like anything super heavy. It feels nice. Like I feel good. Like I was trying this on. This shirt that I'm wearing too is actually kind of similar. Like this shirt almost feels, again, I'm not wearing like, you know, a male crop top or anything, but this shirt is a little bit cropped, like it's a little bit shorter to the point like where if I lift up, like you're gonna see my stomach, like if I lift my hands up or whatever. So maybe maybe this is like the perfect shirt to wear this with, but anyway, so this right here, I liked it. So I got that. And then, all right, 2 more things from Ross, and I will show you the star of the show. Should I say it like that? I don't know. I'll show you like the biggest investment piece that I got. I'll show you 2 more things from Ross, and then, all right, you guys may know yellow is my favorite color. Yellow is my favorite color, so I just got this. I'm always on the lookout for a good yellow t-shirt or long sleeve t-shirt or whatever. I'm always on the lookout for it because I tend to like this more like sunshine yellow better than like, for me, better than like mustard yellow, you know what I mean? Like this has maybe like a drop of red in it, like a drop of orange, but I mean it's yellow. It's like bright yellow. I don't know how it's like coming across on camera, but I feel good when I wear yellow. I do kind of break rules because I do wear black, and like technically my skin tone, like I'm not supposed to wear black. I mean, you can wear what you want, but it's like for like seasonal color analysis, or not even just seasonal color analysis, like black is something I should avoid, but I do wear it and I feel like I still feel good in it depending, you know. But yellow is a color I should be wearing, and I really like wearing it. On camera, I don't know how it's coming off, but this is the thing with me and yellow, this kind of yellow, no matter how pale I am or how tan I am, I always feel good in it. There's some colors that I feel better in if I have like a tan. You know, I'm like, okay, I like this color, but I feel like I need a tan to wear it. And there's some colors like this that, okay, I feel if I have a tan, I feel really great in it. Even if I don't have a tan though, I just feel like it kind of clears my skin. Like it just kind of gives my skin a very clear feeling. So anyway, size medium, yellow, Nike long sleeve t-shirt, basic item, but just something that I wear long sleeve t-shirts a lot when it gets colder out. So, oops. All right, turn that back around. I have this on a pillow, balancing on a pillow right now. Last thing from Ross, and I'll show you the big thing from TJ Maxx are these pants. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to really do them justice, but they are black track pants. Okay, they do have, you know, that at the bottom, which is kind of nice because sometimes I do like it when they gather at the bottom because then they don't drag on the ground, but then sometimes I like the look of the bottoms being opened. So this is good though, because you can have it in the middle where it's kind of open, but kind of not. And I don't know, so it's kind of good to have this adjustment feature actually. These I think are made out of polyester, nylon. Which again, I know we're supposed to be in all cotton and stuff, but I do like the feel of it. So Plugged is the brand. Tech fabric, quick dry material. They're in a size. They're stretchy, so it almost is silly that it has like a size, but size 32 to 34, and I'm like anywhere from a size. Sometimes I can do a size 30 waist, but usually I gravitate towards size 32. Sometimes 32 is a little bit too big, but I'd rather have it a little bit too big and belted or whatnot than, having it too tight. But anyway, this is stretchy though. So and it has a drawstring, which is nice. These right here, I tried them on. I like them. They are very comfortable. They do have pockets. I found out. Well, all right. I don't want to go into a big thing about that, but all right. I'm gonna tell a quick thing, and then I'll show you the last thing. I've decided that whenever I fly, I'm going to wear pants or shorts, like cargo pants or shorts with big pockets, because one time I always my personal bag that you put on, I put under my seat, and then a checked or a carry-on bag, plus the check stuff that you check. But I have my personal and then my carry-on luggage that I put above me in the bin. I have had it happen before where they said, okay, everyone checking in after this point, you can only take one bag. Your other bag's getting checked. And that freaked me out because I travel with a laser helmet for my hair, and I'm not going to check that. That's something I'm going to carry on with me. I'm okay with putting it up in the bin, but I'm carrying that on with me. I'm not going to check it because A, I want it by me at all times. That's like very important, very expensive and very important. And B, I don't want it to get damaged. Checked luggage can get so banged up. So I freaked out, but fortunately, the last time I flew, this was on my trip to Ireland, I happened to be wearing cargo pants. I didn't do that on purpose. I just liked the pants, and I wore cargo pants. They had big pockets, and what I did, my checked bag that was going to go above the bin, that could no longer go above the bin, I jammed my laser helmet, which is in a case, I jammed it into my personal bag. I mean, the backpack was kind of coming open a little bit, but the one girl was working with me. She's like, that's fine, it's fine. And I put a lot of stuff that was in my personal bag, I put in my pockets. I had on a leather jacket, which had a lot of pockets. So a lot of things that were in my personal bag, I transferred into my pockets, into my jacket pockets, into my my pants pockets. So I've kind of decided that, okay, I am going to just, even if it's like warm out, I'm just going to maybe travel with a leather jacket, that same leather jacket and cargo pants. Anyway, so if I ever have to do that, I'm going to be like prepared. So anyway, all right, last but not least, the piece de resistance. So I've never bought anything like this before. I bought things like this before, but I haven't, like, this is the most, I don't want to paint it out like I spent, $1,000 or anything like that, but like this is the most that I've spent on this kind of item. And it's something that I've thought about throughout the years. Like, I remember looking at this. I'm probably like, I'm probably like really setting this up. You're like, okay, Sam, come on, but it's not that big of a deal. But I am excited about this. I remember like looking at this online years ago, like 10 years ago, like in 2016, 17. I remember like looking at this and thinking one day maybe I'll invest in something like that or whatnot. And all right, so I'll show you. Movado. I bought a watch. Okay, this is from TJ Maxx. Sometimes they have Movado at TJ Maxx. Okay. It has the kind of the slightly wrong time on it. Gold on gold. Okay, and I've tried it on. I tried it on in the store, but I've tried it on at home as well. I'm like almost a little like, I don't want to say nervous, but like almost a little bit nervous. So I have like kind of looked at a little bit of the paperwork. I still have all the plastic and tags on and whatnot. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not planning on returning it, but I'm still kind of in that, like, when you do like buy it was $200. Okay. So it's not like, $5,000 or anything like that, but still $19.99, $199.99, $200. She said it retailed for think like 700 and some, yeah, 795. So it retails for $800, which I feel like you can get these. I did a little quick look on eBay when I was like at the jewelry counter, and they go for like maybe like about this much. Like if you get them from eBay, like a little bit more. I mean, maybe if you really scour, you could find something a little bit less, but like they were like, some were like 400, some were like 260. They were like 250, 260 for something similar. I don't know, there might be different variations, but anyway, usually, okay, this is the thing, I'm right-handed, but growing up, I had always, which I'm gonna switch, but growing up, I had always worn my watch on my right arm, on my right wrist. Okay, this is taking like, I'm like, all right, this is gonna take a little bit of getting used to, but I always wore it on my right hand, but it really does get in your way, like if you're typing, you know, like if you're typing or something like that. I do find that having stuff on your, being right hand, I do like the look of it on my right hand though. That's the thing, is I do kind of like that. I do kind of like that. I feel good in gold, kind of like yellow. Like my skin undertones are, I'm warm. I'm like kind of more warm. So I feel good. I feel like I come alive in like warm colors. I feel like dark colors, like even my ring and like black and even like this mountain gray, I feel like sometimes I feel like they kind of contrast against my skin, but I feel like something about me feel like sometimes I think that works, even though it's the opposite. And you know, the theory is if you're warm, you should wear, you know, you shouldn't wear cool colors because that's going to clash. Sometimes I feel like that is the case, but sometimes I'm like, if you think about it, if you wear two opposite colors together, like purple and orange, they're opposite. Purple is cool, orange is warm. You can have purple that runs, you know, there's warmer versions and cooler versions of like every color, even colors that are like cool colors like blue and purple and green. Like there are warmer versions. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But point is, like if you put well, purple and blue are opposite. I said purple and orange. It's kind of similar. They're not direct opposites, but they are opposites. It's purple and yellow are opposites, and then blue and orange are opposites. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Sometimes the counter opposite I feel like kind of complements, so maybe that's what I feel like is going on with the black and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, gold on gold. Here, I'm not even like showing you the watch. Gold on gold. I still have the plastic over it. I will take that off. This is smooth. This is smooth. So here, this is it on my, I don't know, if anyone wears watches, do you wear it on your opposite hand? Of like, if you're right-handed, do you always wear it on your left wrist? Or is there anyone out there like me who at one time, okay, I'm trying to get it on. A little cut on my wrist or whatnot, but it's not from the watch. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe just try to kind of get used to wearing it on this wrist. It's nice. It's nice. And I really want to take care of this. I want to like take care of it, you know, if I need to like do maintenance or whatnot. I only want to do same day maintenance. Like I don't want to like leave it, but it's nice. I feel like it's nice. It doesn't, I don't think it has any like diamonds or anything like that, but when I very first got this, I didn't understand. I mean, I know how to set the time. Like, I know you pull it out and, you know, push it in and, you know, twist it to set the time, but I wasn't understanding how to set the time because it felt like I would pull it out and push it in. I'm like, well, I don't hear it tick. I'm like, shouldn't I hear it tick? You don't hear this tick. Like, I don't know. I keep like wondering, like, am I hearing it tick or is that just like the plastic ruffling? But maybe ever so slightly, maybe, now that I'm like really listening to it, but it keeps good. Well, I'm assuming it keeps good time. I've had it for, I don't know, a couple hours maybe, but it is smooth. Like you don't see it move. It doesn't have a second hand. It just has a minute hand and an hour hand. And that's why I was so confused, because I would set the time and I would push it back and I'm like, it's not moving, but that's because I'm so used to seeing the second hand move. That's what tells me it's moving. This one doesn't have a second hand, but it, like, the minute hand does move. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set it to like the 100% correct time, but I will do that off camera. So anyway, so yeah, I want to leave the plastic on a little bit more. I probably will. I probably will end up like taking the plastic and stuff like off of it tonight. Here, should I do it now or should I wait? I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just like still a little bit nervous. Like, again, I spend $200 on bags a lot. Like, I spend, for me that's like, but this is like, I don't know. I'm not out there like making it like $200 is like so much. I don't mean it like that, but I've never spent this much on a watch, so I think it still has a little bit of that like new, you know what I mean? Like your first bag or your first watch or whatever that you buy that you've invested more than you have before, you do feel a little bit like, oh wow, so I'm kind of glad that I still have a little bit of that feeling with, I'm glad that I still have a little bit of that feeling. So they had these, they looked like Van Cleef, like the little, I forgot what she called them. To me, I think of them as like flowers, but it was a men's item though. It was men's, and I didn't end up getting it. Well, I'm like okay, just say one thing at a time, Sam. So it was gold. It was like a Van Cleef inspired looking bracelet, men's bracelet, and the little I'll call them clovers. They're not clovers, but I'll call them clovers. The little clovers it was outlined in gold. It was like brass. But it was outlined in gold, and then the stone, the middle of it was like a kind of like a carnelian red. It was like red and gold. Like I said, I was into red and gold, red and gold, which I like. I feel like those are two colors that work for me, like a warmer red and a gold. I feel good in that kind of color. I tried it on and it was, I don't know, I wasn't quite feeling it. I wanted to like it, and I thought, man, maybe that Van Cleef looking bracelet with my watch, people might think, oh, he's really doing something these days, I'm like, I might, I was like, let's give off a vibe, but I should have tried it on with the watch. But I had already tried on the watch and put it back and said, okay, I'll do it. But yeah, I don't know. But I saw it, but it just felt too flowery. It felt like I was wearing flowers, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, I can't, I'm too much of a man to wear flowers. If I really wanted to wear something with a flower on it, I would, but I don't know. I just felt like it was like a little bit of a vibe that I wanted to translate in a certain way, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it as much. But I am feeling this watch though. So all right, yeah, I have been on a little bit of a spending spree. I will admit I have been on a little bit of an investment spree. So don't tap it. It has a plastic on, but still, I do intend to call down. But like, this is something I will wear. I mean, I'll wear this every day. Like, I'll wear it every day, and I don't want the gold to wear off. Obviously, like, I want it to look fresh and new. But I think even if some of the gold finish does wear off and some of the stainless steel underneath does peek out, like, that's okay. I mean, I buy my things to wear, to enjoy. And the other thing I want to talk about here, I'm going to put it on this wrist just because this is going to be easier to show you guys. So the other thing that I will, okay, I can do it like that. So see, and it has plastic on the clasp part too, which I will take off. So that actually makes it easier. Okay, so I can secure it one side at a time. I don't have to do both sides at once like I was thinking I did. I feel like a lot of people, maybe even most people, would be like, oh, that's too big for your wrist, you need to get a link taken out. I like my watches a little bit big. This is actually pretty good for me. Like, you can see there's like how much extra it is. I even told the lady at the counter that, because I tried it on and I think she probably thought it was like too big or whatever, but I'm like, no, I actually prefer my watches or bracelet or whatever I'm wearing to be a little bit big. I don't want it to be like flush with my wrist. I don't like that. That feels like kind of claustrophobic to me. Like, if it's just too flush, you know what I mean? I like for it to be a little bit big. I have had some watches that were like way too big where I could almost like slip my, where I could, I say almost, but I could slip my wrist out of it. I can't really do that with this one, which is probably good. I mean, if I really was trying, I probably could slide it over my hand, but that might not be what I want to do. But yeah, this, I don't think I'd want it any looser than this on me. I don't think I'd want it any looser, but this is good. Like this is good. Yeah, this, I feel good. So anyway, so yeah, this is something I will have for years and years and years. I mean, for the rest of my life, hopefully, you know. So yeah, my very first nice watch, Movado watch. Yeah, I think this is just going to be an everyday staple for me. So I know I'm talking about it like it's a Rolex or something like that. But that's a little bit how it feels. Like, again, I know it's kind of funny because I spend way more than $200 on bags like all the time, you know. Like, $200 isn't even that much for a bag, you know. I realize that, but like I just spent my Coach bag, the signature canvas and the chalk and the optic white. That one was $200. It was like $195, I think. And then my Coach Messenger, you know, that one was like $300. You know, it was on sale actually for $295, so like $300. I mean, I've spent, I think the most that I know the most that I've ever spent on a bag was $1,000. It was actually, with not counting tax, it was just under $1,000. It was like $995 or something like that. I don't even think it was like $975. It was $990 or $995, which at that point I'm like, can you just make it $1,000 so I can say I spent $1,000? But after tax, it was obviously over $1,000. But that was my MCM, which I need to start wearing that a little bit more too. But that was my MCM black backpack. It was I have the same one in red. Kind of like almost a metallic red actually, but that was the black one. So the one, when I bought the one in red, it was like $795, same size and everything, but that was like years ago. So anyway, but yeah, this is the most that I've spent on a watch. I bought some gold chains that have been more than that. Like I bought some gold chains, which were more, but anyway, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to wear this every day. I'm excited to, like, I'm gonna, like, it sounds silly, but like I'm excited to, like, when I go to sleep and I like take it off when I sleep or whatever, because I'll probably put it on like even after my shower, like at night, even if I'm just at home in my pajamas, I'll probably put it on and wear it. Like I wear my chains and stuff. I'll take these chains in the shower, but like I won't. She says, she's like, no, you don't want to take that in the shower. So I won't take this in the shower, but I'll wear it like every day. And I'm excited to, like, okay, when I do go to bed and I do take it off, I'm gonna have like little designated little tray or little case for it. Now I have to get a watch case, so which I'm excited about. But yeah, I was just thinking, okay, I'm going on a lot, but I was like just thinking today, I'm like, you know, I usually have a hair tie. On my wrist, which it's a certain kind of hair tie. I'll show you real quick, bro, because I remember I actually threw it in my bag today, which usually I don't do, because if I need it for my hair. Bro, where is it? Oh, I put it in the compartment for smaller items. Oh, I took it out. This is the hair ties for guys, which is a company made by men who, well, sometimes they actually shave their heads, but this is a company for men with long hair. Make this for other guys who have long hair. So it's hair ties for guys from the company called The Long Hair. So I use their hair ties a lot because I think that's kind of a neat concept or whatnot. But anyway, I usually have it on my wrist like this, which is fine. But I was just thinking, you know, I'm trying to be very like purposeful and like have intention about like whatever I wear. I'm trying to like have purpose and intention behind it, you know, and not just, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm trying to be more intentional. So I just feel like maybe having something like this that I wear every day, that's going to be a key piece of my wardrobe and whatnot. Yeah, I'm very excited about the gold. I'm excited about that. And I also, last thing I'll say, I've been talking a lot. I like the idea of having something that you wear every day. Like, I like this. I like the idea of the same thing every day. It just, this is my go-to. Not that I won't ever get another watch or whatever, but who knows? Maybe this will be my one for life. Maybe, but I have a lot of bags that I do switch out. But even with that, part of me does like using the same bag every day. Like my Hitch backpack, that's been my ride or die lately. Like my black on black Hitch backpack. I like using these other ones, but I do kind of miss using my Hitch, you know what I mean? Which is crazy because I buy so many other ones, and I like the other ones too. They're important to me too, you know? They're important to me too, but anyway, so all right, I will end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I will take all these tags off. I just want to let the newness set in a little bit, and all right, I think that's everything. So see, goes with my keychain. It's all about this Chloe keychain. But I spent more on this keychain than I did on this watch actually. But all right. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Adios.